This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
All right, I'd like to call to order the February 2026 Planning and Economic Development Committee. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Approval of the minutes from January.
This is a demonstration
So
of
moved.
Wirecast.
Second.
Okay, privilege of the floor.
All in favor, aye?
Yeah. All in favor, aye? My first time, be a little patient with me, please.
We're just helping.
That's okay. Privilege of the floor again. I don't see anybody.
This
Okay,
is a
moving along,
demonstration
we are
of
going to have
Wirecast.
a discussion regarding local law 126, amending the Chautauqua County Charter. Anybody have any comments or discussion?
Question. We looked at this before, I think, but capital budgeting. How is capital budgeting, which is by its nature a long-term thing, going to be done now, after this?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Great question. I'll refer to Pierre.
Oh, did Kitty leave? What section are you in,
Well,
Fred?
so right here on, let me see. B 205B. Section C.
Section C.
C 205B.
Adoption of an annual budget shall require a favorable vote of the majority of the legislature.
To make appropriations incurring
This
indebtedness.
is a
These are
demonstration
the
of Wirecast.
powers and duties of the legislature, and hereby named as follows. So to make appropriations, sure enough, to incur indebtedness, sure, adopt a budget, and then stricken out a 6-year capital plan. And there's some other farther on things about capital plans. And I didn't see where the legislature still has an or in capital budgeting. We get to see a project and approve or reject it at the end. But what role does the legislature retain?
This is a demonstration of
Um,
Wirecast.
We have a capital budget committee that the county executive chairs. The finance director, I think, is the assistant chair. And the chairman of the legislature, the minority and majority leaders of the legislature, the chairman of Audit and Control Committee and chairman of Public Services Committee sit on that committee to review the capital project requests before,
This is
they
a
go into the budget.
demonstration of
All right,
Wirecast.
so that's at the 1 year, mark, because the budget is
right,
a 1 year.
1
thing.
year.
But capital projects, by their nature, have expense tails
Yes,
that go on for years.
yes.
Which are then going to lock things into future years' budgets. And so it's kind of like, when you start a capital project, you wanna know what's the whole cost of the thing and what's its P&L impact as well as capital
This
impact.
is a demonstration
Yes.
of Wirecast.
Yes, exactly, yes. Mhm.
And
You
So-
do know the full project, I mean, so when the requests are entered into the system that we use for them, the full project cost is in there, and it's also broken out yearly.
Yes,
And the departments do have to come in subsequent years to request those additional years worth of funding.
Yes.
It's not just you're approved in the beginning and you're good for the whole project. They have to come back each year because it affects each individual year's operating
Sure,
budget.
but
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
you've spent 2/3 of the budget. You're not at that point gonna can it and abandon the project that isn't finished. That typically is, not the position you wanna be in.
right,
You wanna go kill it way up front or not.
right.
So this committee meets how often? Once a year?
Once a year, yes, at capital budget time.
And-
Actually, well, it's scheduled twice in the
Oh,
month
yeah.
of August, once, once the
This
initial
is a
budget entries are
demonstration
done,
of
we'll meet
Wirecast.
twice in August, because the capital planning board has their recommendations prepared, that they present on, I think, at the June legislative
Yes.
meeting.
Mhm.
So then the committee meets, they're scheduled to meet twice during the month of August.
It's twice just for convenience because we have quite a long
To do it,
agenda.
well, this is the prep for the final, go for the budget.
Yep.
So that's really kind of the last thing, is this committee. And then the legislature is presented.
This
capital
is a
budget
demonstration
upper
of
bound.
It's part of
Wirecast.
the budget that we are presented with, the tentative budget, yes.
It's usually
Okay.
Tim Card and myself that will sit up front and walk through the capital projects being proposed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in that presentation, we'll see the 5 or 6 or 10 year cash flow return on these things. So,
No,
No, you're not gonna see return on investment.
no, that.
well,
uses-
the related cash flows, right? I mean, it's
This
gonna cost
is a
me this much to do,
demonstration
and I'm
of
gonna save this much
Wirecast.
money, or I'm gonna, on top of that, have operating expenses of Y, depending on what it is.
Well, when the capital committee, no, what's the one?
Capital planning.
Capital Planning Board,
The planning board.
they review each project proposal.
Mhm.
So the department head sits with them and explains exactly what they're gonna do, sends them written materials and information, and the planning board gets the
This
opportunity
is a
to
demonstration of
discuss with them
Wirecast.
and interrogate some of that information. And then, after that's all done, then the planning board, after they've reviewed all the projects, make a recommendation to the legislature about, these are the projects that we think are the most important. And that is presented to the full legislature in June.
All right, just boom. Can we have that prepared to audit and control a month earlier, or somewhere in this bucket, so we have a?
This
can
is
have
a
a look at it?
demonstration of Wirecast.
The planning board report, do we get it a month early, is what he's asking?
Is this going straight into the budget, just get it?
No, they make the presentation to the full legislature, and then we're given the book at that point.
At that point, okay.
Yep.
If I may
And that includes all of them.
interject, the department heads have ample time, typically should be months ahead of time before they prepare their capital budgets to
Sure.
go in front of the planning board.
This is a
And I know that they're
demonstration
given
of
direction.
Wirecast.
Possibly, they're requested to provide data and information, one of them is return on investment,
Mhm.
for what each of those department heads are asking for. Justification, say for
Mhm.
example, the landfill wants a new compactor, that possibly could be based on it's an enterprise fund, so user fees pay for it. Possibly no different than what any of the sewer districts or some of the water districts would be. But anything that goes through that, planning board, the capital budgets, that stuff is, I know those planning board members.
This is a demonstration of
liaison for
Wirecast.
the planning department and finance and budget, I know they're involved, and at that
Sure.
time, they do give return on investment. I don't think we see it based on the ranking and what, the funnel's full, what comes out the end of the funnel, that's what we see.
But the planning board book has the
Yes.
description of each project, full description of
Okay.
it.
Yes.
From each department.
So for each project that the planning board
Right.
reviews, what they review, we get in the planning,
This
Board
is a
book
demonstration of Wirecast.
it's verbally presented to us in June in terms of the recommendations, but we get the book.
And then, just as we have a session for, let's say, the sheriff, we have a session for the capital budget.
That's when the capital budget committee
Mhm.
takes over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And makes that presentation to the legislature.
The results of the capital budget committee go into the budget, go into the tentative budget.
Right. But when
This
we
is a
review the budget as a
demonstration of
legislature, we're going through
Wirecast.
the cost centers. The head of that cost center comes up and
Yes.
explains what they're doing.
Mhm.
When the capital budget comes up for discussion, who's on the dais?
It's usually Tim Card and myself that are up front during the tentative budget.
For that session?
Yeah.
Most of the capital
That's
projects
fine.
are under public facilities.
Yes.
So, if we ever get to the $120 million jail, we'll call the sheriff if there was one.
Yes, we
This
will.
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Any further discussion on local law? Fair enough. Moving on to number 2, proposed resolution to confirm appointment to the Stock County Land Bank Board of Directors. And I'm assuming we have some folks here to go over this with us.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
We do not, so.
Mike Metzger was the Vice President of Finance at
Okay.
State University of Fredonia
I know.
before he
Oh,
retired.
there we go. So I guess if there's nobody here to discuss that,
This
let's
is a
take
demonstration
let's
of
take a roll call on
Wirecast.
this. Is everybody in favor of this?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Mike's a
Right,
great
so-
guy.
So moved. Proposed resolution number 3, authorizing grant applications, subsequent agreements for the creation, preservation, and maintenance of snowmobile trails. Good evening, please give us your name.
Hi, I'm Lauren Sharp. I'm a senior planner with the county's
This
Department of
is a
Planning and
demonstration
Development.
of
So
Wirecast.
this resolution before you tonight is actually updating a resolution 185-12 from 2012. We had been operating under that resolution that authorized us to enter into agreements with the New York State Office of Parks, Rec, and Historic Preservation. The law department recommended that a resolution that was more than 10 years old, that we should just update it, clean it up, make sure we're still doing the same things. Some minor changes from the resolution from 2012.
This is a
In
demonstration of
regards to how we
Wirecast.
bill, so we now bill in accordance with the program guidelines, where the old resolution had some other language in there. This, again, just authorizes the county executive to continue to sign the yearly grant agreements, which says that we're gonna monitor our snowmobile clubs and make sure that they're following, the state's rules for that program.
Any questions for? I just have a general question. Is it too early or too late into the snowmobile
This
season right
is
now
a
to get
demonstration of
a feel
Wirecast.
on the impact or the, the number of visitors or tourism or just a 30,000-foot view? We know last season was wonderful as an impact to our county.
I would say this year has been fairly good. The trails have been open a lot. They just got closed with this kind of warm-up. We did have some early trail opening up in the high snow country over Cherry Creek Snowgoers did open a section of trail in December
This
between
is a
the
demonstration
close
of
regular hunting season
Wirecast.
and the holiday hunt, so they were able to open a section. That's been hard. We don't always get enough snow in December, and then if we get enough snow, they aren't open during hunting season. So we were able to get a little bit of that earlier season. As far as numbers, typically we'll wait till the end of March, and we'll pull like how many sleds registered in the county, and things like that to see kind of where that impact is. I will say that, the State Snowmobile Association is updating their economic impact survey.
This is a
So they sent
demonstration of
surveys out
Wirecast.
to club members, so if you're a snowmobile club member and you got that survey, please fill it out. That's what they base their economic numbers off. The last time they did the survey was back in 2011. So, getting that new data will help us to gauge what the economic impact actually is.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I have a vote on the proposed resolution number 3, authorizing grant applications and agreements?
If Lauren says it's okay with me. Aye.
This is a
So moved.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Number 4 on the list, proposed
Doesn't know
resolution,
you very well, does he?
amend the 2025 budget for year-end reconciliations, planning and development. And could I just have your names, please?
Yep, Sam Zafoto, Deputy Director of Finance.
Nate Aldrich, Economic Development Coordinator.
Dave McCoy, Chautauqua County Watershed Coordinator.
All All right, so we are amending the 2025
This
budget.
is
We
a
are
demonstration of
basically clearing
Wirecast.
up some overages we had in personnel services in promotion of industry, planning and watershed admin. In the case of promotion of industry, we had a slight overage in payroll, so that we did not meet the vacancy savings at all. That's why there's a larger increase. For the smaller department like watershed, which is just Dave, he was here all year, so we did not meet the vacancy savings there. That's the reason for the payroll numbers. The larger amount you see, the 101,127 of the contractual increase of promotion of industry, that relates to a micro
This is a
enterprise
demonstration of
activity that we
Wirecast.
were approved to move forward via resolution 32523. However, there was not a budget amendment for this pass-through, so that actually is the reason that you see the 101, 127 there, and the 119 down below of an increase in revenue. They don't tie out because there was other savings in that department. Later on in this evening, the last resolution actually amends the 26 budget correctly for this project in 26, so we're making that correction already in 26. And the other piece you see is a $50,000 increase to watershed.
This is a demonstration
That's
of
followed by a decrease of
Wirecast.
the 59,000. 50 of that, in the planning department, relates to this Bemis Creek debris management grant that we received. Resolution 2325 put that under just planning, but it's being managed under watershed. So we've booked all our expense, our revenue accruals and our expense accruals under watershed, so that's just clearing that up here at year end as well. But this is a budget neutral resolution that we are gonna close the books up with.
Fair enough.
Wait a minute,
Any questions?
is it, for
This is
starters,
a
was it
demonstration
budget
of
neutral or was
Wirecast.
it a budget overrun we're covering with this federal aid to community
Well,
development?
there was extra saving, there was extra savings contractually in there, so I didn't have to put the whole 119 contractually. That's the reason you're only seeing the 101 there and not 119 over, or of a decrease there.
No, it's okay, I'm not,
Oh, I have that backwards, I apologize. I put the whole revenue in essentially because that was the full piece. I changed the contractual around just to get the revenue into the budget correctly.
I mean, I'm being slow here, so I apologize, but if we had not
This is a
overrun our expense
demonstration
budget, we
of
would have had
Wirecast.
119,000 to the good. We
Yes,
could
yeah,
have-
the expense also hit in that year as well too. We had both pieces hit, it's just there was not an amendment for the expense or revenue. And it's a pass-through essentially on that piece.
So let me ask, did we overrun our expense budget?
Well, in this case, yes, because we
Okay.
did not do a budget amendment related to this.
So we spent more than we planned to spend,
Yep.
or real money,
Well, in real money, essentially, yes.
okay? So that's on the downside. On the upside, we got
This
more
is a
federal aid for
demonstration of
community development than we
Wirecast.
budgeted.
Well, we didn't do any, see, that's the problem. We just accepted the essential grant, but we didn't do a budget amendment. That's driving this. So we never, it was basically a $200,000 project, of which 119,000 happened in fiscal year 25. It was a pass-through. We should have come to you somewhere last year with a budget amendment to clear that up. And we are taking care of that here in 26, but with it being a pass-through.
Okay, no, I understand you could have come earlier, that's all right, but nevertheless, it wasn't, from a budget standpoint, it was an unforeseen.
Well, it should have been
This is a
foreseen. I should have caught that
demonstration
during
of
the course of our
Wirecast.
comments earlier.
So when we
We
were,
typically, for grants in our department, we typically do come to you for amendments rather than guessing at budget time what, revenue we'll receive and expense will make. We just failed to do that for this project last year.
okay,
But at the end of the day, the projects were completed.
And the revenue is tied to the expense, they offset, there's no county contribution
And
in
the
this
project-
whatsoever.
Yep, was not complete, but there is a resolution later on tonight which will amend the 26 budget correctly.
This is a demonstration of
I'll
Wirecast.
I'll leave it, but it's just as a general principle, I'm trying to understand if we're following or not, is when we have a cost overrun, we should be offsetting that cost overrun with other cost cuts, not, again, I'm talking
Yeah.
budgetarily now for a moment, not, we should be offsetting those overruns with other cost cuts. And if we get an unforeseen grant, that should fall to the bottom line, all things being equal.
Yeah, just in this case, this
This
actually
is a
tied out to
demonstration
revenue.
of
Because it's
Wirecast.
$200,000 expense and revenue, so this actually ties out to that extra revenue. It's just our failure last year coming forward earlier for that.
Okay, enough, thanks.
Fair enough. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. All right, proposed resolution number 5, authorize agreements with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Chautauqua County.
And could I just have your names, please?
This is a demonstration of
Lauren Choi,
Wirecast.
Senior Planner with the Department of Planning and Development.
Nate Aldrich, Economic Development Coordinator.
So this resolution before you this morning, or this evening, authorizes the county executive to enter into agreements with Cornell Cooperative Extension. Under county law, the legislature can, in their budget, put appropriations to Cornell Cooperative Extension. We've done this for many years. The law department would now like a resolution that authorizes the county executive to sign those
This is a
agreements for the
demonstration
funding
of
that you put in the
Wirecast.
budget. Questions?
No, not with me.
Good.
Fair enough. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Thank you. Number 6, proposed resolution, authorize agreement with the Jamestown Urban Renewal Agency for occupancy tax grant award. Hello, could I just have your name, please?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Nick, Special Projects Coordinator with the
This
Department
is
of
a
Planning and
demonstration
Development.
of Wirecast.
So similar to the last resolution, when processing our annual contracts this year, the law department caught this one because Jura is a sort of quasi-government agency, and that it requires a resolution from the legislature to authorize the county executive to enter into an agreement. So this was a 2026 competitive occupancy tax award to Jura, and it's just simply one of, Stephanie, were there about 15?
This is a
Projects
demonstration
awarded
of
this year.
11
Wirecast.
awarded this year.
11 awarded this year. This is one out of 11 that requires a resolution to enter into the agreement to expend that funding.
Mhm. And the award was to do GIS or pictorial mapping of the Chattaquin Basin area? That's what,
No, not
Huh?
exactly. It was to do a pictorial map of the Chattaquin Basin and the surrounding Jamestown area to kind of show businesses and things to do around the Chattaquin Basin.
This is a
So
demonstration
it'll
of
be a mural that will be
Wirecast.
right on the end of, it's right over the bridge on Washington Street, but like underneath it, on the underpass there,
So on the Riverwalk,
on the
Yes.
Riverwalk.
the
Yes,
Greater
indeed.
Jamestown Riverwalk Trail.
You got it?
Yes.
look forward to seeing it. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you.
This
Thank
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Proposed resolution number 7, amend the 2026 budget for New York State Community Development Block Grant Award Micro Enterprise Assistant Program. Just names again, please, for the record.
Stephanie Nick, Special Projects Coordinator, Chautauqua County Planning and Development.
Nate Aldrich, Economic Development Coordinator, and this is the exact program that Sam mentioned that we failed to come for a budget amendment last year. We're getting that done early this year. We'll see $81,000 in revenue,
This is
$81,000
a
of
demonstration
expense,
of Wirecast.
to close out our second $200,000 micro enterprise program.
Any questions? With that said, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to any other items for discussion with the committee?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Anybody want to make a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
You two guys have to sign this.
Gotta do your homework, Jen. Where'd you go down to?
Naples.
Yep.
Just-
This is a demonstration of